So for one of my three projects on the general knowledge of plants, I decided to do an ethnobotany project on the plant called Crossvine, and it's also known as Bignonia capreolata in the Bignoniaceae family. Just to give you a little bit of background information on this plant, it is a woody perennial vine, which means it lasts for many growing seasons, and it is semi-evergreen. Some of these key features on this plant, as you can see, are it has opposite compound leaves, which are bifoliate, meaning that there are two leaflets per leaf. The flower on this plant can be seen as trumpet-shaped, with orange typically on the outside of the flower and yellow more towards the inside. It also has branched tendrils in between each set of compound leaves. This plant can be found anywhere in the southeastern United States, as you can see from this map right here. It likes to live in moist areas, so it can be found in tropical and subtropical regions. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, it gets its name crossvine from a cross-shaped pith. Now to talk about the uses of the plant. Nowadays, it is mainly used for horticulture and as an ornamental. As you can see, it has a very showy flower, and it is used in many people's gardens and for landscaping today. It can even be bought at places like Lowe's and Home Depot. But back in the day, it used to have many ethnobotanical uses and was actually used by many Native American tribes. These include the Appalachian, the Cherokee, the Choctaw, the Creek, the Huma, and the Casati tribe. These tribes use this plant for many health ailments, and this includes to purify blood. They use the leaves for rheumatism. It can also be seen that they mash bark to alleviate edema and headaches. And it was also used for a throat infection known as diphtheria. The Huma Indians would actually mash the root and infuse it into a drink and gargle this drink in order to help alleviate the symptoms of diphtheria. A famous herbalist known as Tommy Bass used to use this plant a lot, and it is actually recorded in one of his apprentice's books, and the book is known as Mountain Medicine. And in this book, he recorded the plant to be used as an adaptogen, kind of like ginseng. And adaptogen just basically means, it promotes normal physiological functioning. But also, not only did he use it as an adaptogen, but he also used it as a blood cleanser. This was mainly used for veterinary purposes with animals. But he always argued, if it works in animals, then like horses and mules, then why should it not be able to work in humans? So he did try it out for himself, and he did notice energy boosting effects as well. He stated that farmers back in the day used to use it on their horses and mules that were overworked. Generally, in about 3 days after eating these leaves from the crossvine plant, the animal would be able to get back up and begin working again. So, as of the research goes for today, though, there's really not much research on how this works, and not too many people know why the effects of this happen. However, there was one article I was able to find written by Clark and Lund, and they have done some research finding Respirine in the plant. Crossvine, he found out that Crossvine is the only plant outside of the Apoxinaceae family to contain Respirine. Now, Respirine in the medical field has been used as an antipsychotic to lower blood pressure. So this may be seen how it was used as a blood cleanser back in the day. So So Clark and Lund's research on Respirine and Bignonia capreolata just basically mainly included to see if it was actually there, since it's not in this family. It's not generally been found in this family, and to see how much of it was approximately in a leaf. So he was able to see, in fact, that it was there, and that there's about 233 micrograms per gram of Respirine per a dried leaf. Now, I wanted to test this out to see if these effects really did work, and if there was an energy boosting feeling after the 3 days. Generally, this energy boosting feeling was supposed to have been reported as very subtle but noticeable, and not like caffeine or something of that sort, to where you'll have a boost in energy and then crash afterwards. Supposedly, it also comes down very slowly. So in my experience, I went out to Turkey Creek and I gathered multiple crossvine leaves and made this tea. In order to make this tea, I followed Daryl Patton's preparation and recipe in his book that I was talking about earlier. To make this, I basically used 1 packed cup of dried crossvine leaves per quart of water. And all you have to do is boil this tea on low for 10 minutes, and then you just strain the leaves out, and there you go, you have the tea. From my experience, I tried it right away, right when I made it, because I was curious. And Daryl Patton, he says he really enjoys the tea. However, I found it a little hard to put down. So I added a lot of sugar and sweetener to it. I couldn't tell you how much, but I definitely needed to add a lot of sweetener. Now, after drinking the tea for 3 days, I did notice a slight energy boost on that 3rd day. The first 2 days, as was stated in the book and some other sources, there was not really any energy boosting effects, and I didn't notice anything except for the bad taste in my mouth when I drank the tea. However, on the 3rd day, I did have a little bit more pep in my step, and I did notice an energy boost.